Alright. Can we skip this? No, I don't think so. That's okay. Hey, how's it going, everybody? This isn't so much an official video as much as this is, I guess, what you could call a YouTube social experiment. I want to see how quickly, if and when Square Enix jumps on copyright striking this video. Mostly because I'm curious. A friend of mine and I were talking about this other night, how we'd love to do some Final Fantasy type playthrough stuff. And we both agreed that we kind of don't trust Square. So, yeah, that's kind of what this is. So, this won't be up on the channel for long, obviously, because it's not an official video. I totally forgot about the intro. I don't know why my save data was gone. It should have been there, but that's okay. So it'll probably just be me chit-chatting about this game for a bit, for a couple minutes, and throwing it up there. I'm gonna make sure all of the music from the game plays. I'm gonna let the clip roll and everything, and I want to see how quickly Square jumps on copyright flagging this. And of course, I'll take it down immediately. Don't want any more strikes on the channel. Maybe I shouldn't even be doing this in the first place. Playing a little gutsy, but I don't know. Seems like it might be worth it. Because a couple friends and I have discussed how we would both love to put some Final Fantasy coverage up on our channel just for kicks and giggles, because Final Fantasy, especially this era of Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 6 or so through 10, very influential in our early days of gaming, early to mid days of gaming, and be fun to share some of that with you guys. But obviously it's not worth it if we're going to get hit with copyrights. So if you've made it this far into the video, understand that this is not going to be an official video, and it's not going to be something I'm going to keep up on the channel more than likely. But we'll give it a go and see what happens with how long it takes Square to flag this bad boy. This is the Steam version of the game I've purchased through Steam when it first came. Through Stain! Oh, that's right, all the items are all wonky. Or the directions are all wonky. I got my PS3 controller adapter software plugged in and set up. So like the buttons are all over the place. Like right now, triangle is activating as the OK button, which is weird to me. Oh yeah, one shot, baby. One shot. We're OP already. It's that sword. This game will never not be one of my favorite games of all time. It just can't. I know it's cliche to say, but I don't even care. Like, music will forever stir things in my heart and soul. The characters will forever be some of my favorites. The combat system, as far as like materia and all the equipping and the combos you can do, will be amazing. For those of you that managed to watch the video before it gets taken down, fun fact, this was my first ever technical official RPG I ever played. This is what took me out of the realm of playing Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Smash Brothers, Legend of Zelda, those types of games, and really just blew the doors wide off and open into my playing RPGs, and ever since then they've been some of my favorite games to play. No, that's not what we want. Yes, that's good enough. Clouda. Nope, not Cloud A, not Cloud B, just regular Cloud. We'll go with that. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII was the first RPG I ever played. My introduction to Final Fantasy VII was as follows. I was hanging out with some friends at my church at the time. I was hanging out at the skate park we had, and the guy who was leading it, or kind of like the chaperone at the time, the adult figure that was set up to look over everybody and make sure nothing got broken or stolen and things operated functionally at best. He had some friends down from college with him, and they were talking about Final Fantasy, and I was like, what's that? And they're like, the one dude, we called him Jesse the Pirate. He he was like, you've never heard of Final Fantasy? I was like, no. And his immediate reaction was, I'll be right back. So we got up, drove half an hour to his house to get his PlayStation, his controller, memory card, and a copy of Final Fantasy VII, and he brought it back. And he said, you're going to take this home, you're going to play it, and you're going to like it. And I was like, alright. So I come home at like 15 years old, I think I was. 15 maybe? 14, 15. With a PlayStation in the box, and my parents were like, what the heck is that? And I was like, it's a PlayStation. They're like, where did you get that? I was like, well, here's the story. This is what happened. They're like, alright, I guess it's his to trust you with, but if you break it, we're not paying for it. I was like, no, that's fine. So I plugged it in and set it up and started playing it, and my first introduction to the game, I was so overwhelmed with it, but I was in love with it immediately. I don't think I put the controller down for at least 5-6 hours that day. Everything was just brand new to me. I was completely overwhelmed and just captivated by what was going on. And within the next week, I had given the PlayStation back to him and everything, because I had went out and bought my own copy. Got my own copy of Final Fantasy VII, controller, memory card, everything I needed, and I proceeded to beat the game about 7 or 8 times, 100% completion within a summer. Like, that was all I would play. I loved it. I couldn't stop playing it. It was ridiculous. I know a lot of turn-based RPGs are like really hit and miss for people, but I love them. And obviously, if this was an actual playthrough of the game, I wouldn't be talking as much while all like the conversation is going on and things like that. But I figured I would kill time and kind of explain why I picked this game out of all the Square Enix games to share with you guys. Does anybody want to take bets in the comment section? How long it'll take Square Enix to flag this? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Of course, we may never find out because take it down. I give it 5 hours tops. Alright, we got Barrett in our party. Code deciphered. Aw, yeah. You're such a genius, Jesse. Deciphering all them codes. That's right, circle's the run button. Dang it. Get going. It's so weird, too, seeing the game at, like, 60 frames per second, you know, quote unquote, but still having the old school graphics. It makes it look really odd, seeing everything function so smoothly and seeing like the actual characters so clear, more or less. Not like on an old janky TV where it's all kind of pixelated still. It's a trip. Good old Cloud. That's not my problem. Barrett the hippie. Oh, Cloud, I love you. You and your smug, nonchalant, I don't care attitude. To be fair, if I had hair like that still, I probably wouldn't care about much else either. Alright. Probably won't keep this going much longer. Maybe a couple more minutes. Just for kicks and giggles. Oh! Another battle. Better throw down. Look at him, he's got a gun for an arm. Don't mess with that dude. Good old Barrett. I mean, wouldn't you want to have a gun for an arm? I mean, I know I would if I could. You're done, son. You're done. Doo-doo. Alright. That iconic victory jingle. That iconic victory jingle. Jumping across the things and the stuff. Yep. Appreciate the heads up. But even though you don't know this, I've beaten this game before. Thank you. Keep hitting the wrong button too, just because it's all backed up and backwards and forwards and upwards and downwards. And sideways and wrong ways and no ways. Down ways. Highways, byways. Jumping down. Look at him. He's such a pro. Just jumps to the ladder. Didn't even takes it slowly. He's like, I got this. I'm Cloud. Don't need a step to no ladders. There's our first save point. And I think we're going to call it after this fight. Could you imagine if I was actually doing like full-on playthroughs of this game? It would take forever to get through it. 15-minute videos. Ugh. Not to mention all the grinding. I'd have to grind so many levels off camera. But I very much believe if it wasn't for my introduction to this game at 14, 15 years old, give or take, I probably would not have fallen in love with World of Warcraft like I did. I just probably wouldn't have happened. So this game was a breath of fresh air and a start of a lot of amazing things for me. This game taught me to appreciate story in games as well, more than any other game had before. Getting that XP, that gil. And I think we're going to end it right about here, guys. Like I said, just a test video, just a little social experiment, see how long it takes Square to flag it. So if you happen to catch it and sit through the whole thing, that's cool. I appreciate you sitting with me, and hopefully you enjoyed the commentary, me sharing a little bit about my history with gaming. And yeah, hopefully we'll find some more games to LP soon on the channel. Still trying to sift through some of the stuff I got. But of course, you'll know about it when it's up on the channel. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.